You don't got a little red button?
And now you got a little red thing.
Ooh, oh, good. Insane.
Niggas can say I changed on them because I don't.
So yeah, I just saw D right there all up in the picture. And see, she's right now being creative director, art director, director of this video for the 28 Days of Black Designers Project. Yay! She tried it. Hi. So, for those who don't know, I am Tim Hikes, and I'm here on my channel with D Nichols, and today I'm going to talk about the 28 Days of Black Designers Project. The project got started, well, I first did the project in 2006. This is 2017. I don't know my years. Lord, I don't know my years. 2017. And it was right after AIGA and Google did the Design Census the previous year in 2016. And they released the census data information. And so within that information, I saw that the black community within the design field only made up 3%. Meaning 3% of the design field was black designers from that information. And in my mind, I was thinking, what are some things that I could do to help increase that number? And I know as being a black child, my mom and dad always preach doctor, lawyer, because they're thinking about professions in which they know or assume that they make a lot of money doing that because they want their kids to be successful. And so with that, I'm like, we make a lot of money as designers. I know I make a really good, real lot of money, especially in corporate design. And so about the last couple days in January, I had a conversation with one of my friends, Antoinette, and I was like, yeah, I was thinking about this project, that, and other. She was like, do it, boo, do it, boo. And I was like, oh my God, okay. So I made a couple of posts, and I put those up, and I was working on the website. Now, I was only thinking I wanted it to be like, I'll post a couple people here and there and, catch up at the end of the month. Kind of what I'm doing this year because how things worked out. And really not taking it serious, but that post blew up on Twitter, and it got like 300 something people like retweeting and all that other stuff, and AIGA was like the 100% behind that, and I was like, oh, so this is something like this is really gonna happen. And so yeah, that happened, and it grew from there. So on the website, it's basically a question and answer type deal with me basically being the one asking the question and then them answering the question in their words. And so it's kind of set up like that. I try to have some images of their work because I know people want to see work, and I try to make sure that there's like images of them or anything they want to add. I try to make sure that it 100% reflects them, and then there's like some key questions that I think are very important, such as how can design be more accommodating to people of color? I think that's a wonderful question, and it's something that makes you think about. Yeah.
How has the project changed from last year to this year?
So last year the site was kind of threw together. That's funny that I said it because I kind of think like this year the site is kind of threw together, but couple questions are different. I know this year I'm aiming to get some video content. It might just end up being one designer that I have in it that'd be video content. It's a huge focus to make sure that there's just as much women representation as male representation, because I know last year it was like male heavy. And yes, those are some of the small changes that I made. In the future, I am looking for the project to, well, one thing I know that's happening right now is teachers is using the project as a way to show their classroom that there are black designers out there. I've had multiple messages from different teachers, and I spoke on a couple podcasts where I was told that they use it as content within their classroom, especially for students of color, to show that there are successful designers within the industry, and you can do it too. In the future, I hope to like increase that 3% number, because I mean, design is fun and it's a really good career choice. Most importantly is I see a lot of kids and children who are drawn, who are creating things like at an early age, but I guess you can say all kids and children, you know. And then further on in high school, like you see these individuals who are like really good illustrators, but that never translate into a career. And my question is always why? Because that could have been, you know, a really happy choice for that individual. They could have been a really successful designer in my eyes, and hopefully that would help someone along the lines look at that and say, you know what, I can be a professional illustrator, you know, and I can do it just as good as anybody else, and the color of my skin doesn't make a difference.
Would you ever consider taking 28 Days of Black Designers on the road?
Would I ever consider taking it on the road?
A D and Tim thing.
Ha 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 ha.
Or like beyond 28 days to visit some of the designers here.
That, you know, this year I really wanted it to be all videos, and I really wanted to go on the road, but I didn't acquire the sponsorship ahead of time to do that. So next year I can. It's something that's in my mind. I would like to have the opportunity for it to be. What if like it was like 28 plus next year, and so not only did I do 28 stories, but like 28 videos, so you had multiple to look at and to hear from people and actually see them in their lives. That's a lot of work. That to me, that's kind of like a year worth of content. You just falling around people, and that's like a lot of money flying back and forth to people to get that done. I don't know. It's something I'm thinking about, and we'll see what happens. So the project hasn't gotten any backlash or criticism, but within the Black community, there are some concerns around using the identifier Black to identify the community. I don't know if people more so prefer 28 Days of Colored Folks, but I understand the concerns around that, using Black and the connotation around saying Black designers. But I've explained plenty of times to plenty of people that I have friends who are Black that were born and raised in Africa that now live in America, and so they're like true African Americans, you know. So using the term African American really doesn't describe me, because I'm American. I was born here, I was raised here, and I'm not living in another country. Like if I went and lived in Africa, I would be an American, period. I wouldn't be an African American. I would be, you know, American that's currently living in Africa. So I think about those things, and so using Black as a description term, it doesn't come off negative to me at all. How can you get involved? That's a good question, because I don't know if it should be a thing where I know Google personally sent me content for the project, and so that could definitely be one way to get involved. Reaching out to me if you would like to be featured, that would be one way to get involved if you want to be featured. But have to put that but out there. There's major consideration to what you're doing and what the story is. I did reframe the site so that when I do get one sentences, it can at least wrap 2 lines. So that was a change that I made this year, so the content can look a little more than what it is. But yeah, I think those are most of the better ways. And then always, you can always send an email and we can talk and have a conversation. Have a conversation. So this has been me being interviewed by Dee about the 28 Days of Black Designers project. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, definitely hit that subscribe button and hit the bell if you want to be notified. And yeah, Dee and I would see you in the next video. Ciao.
Sweet deal. Yo.